So I hike out here and I got cows on both sides of me, and there's one down in the brush below me. So, and he's making a lot of racket down there, so I'm thinking, well, maybe there happens to be a branch bull walking by. So I peek over, lock eyes with a moo cow, and it takes off, and it doesn't stop running for forever, and it crosses up the road, and it crosses across the top of this prairie. I'm like, great, this spooked. There's probably about 10 moo cows spooked out in this prairie. And I step over this log, and I take about 2 steps past, and they're all running directly at 2 branch bulls that are like, I don't know if they're looking at me, because I'm straight in line with the cows, or if they're looking at the cows thinking, what is going on? And so then they turned and went back over the other side of the prairie, just that way. And they were coming this way when I saw them. So I'm thinking they dropped down and they're going to keep coming this way, hopefully. So let's go see if we can cut them off, maybe call one in. Hopefully. He was quartering away hard at 50 yards. My arrow was flying perfect, but right before it got to him, he turned straight and took off down the hill. I don't think I got him. We'll go check. And then 20 seconds later, second bolt comes in on my left. And he never came any closer than that. I just see his horns sticking over the ridge. And he walked around for a little bit, but he never came Let's go see if we can find my arrow. What was that weird bugling?
Nice soft landing. Here we go.
Dry as a bone.
Dry.
Never even hit the ground.
Nice soft landing.
I thought fir trees don't normally have orange berries. That's quite the sight, you know.
Yeah.
So, does that work better?
That's way better.
Oh.
Alright, we're back to the truck. Story time.
Yeah.
So we came out here, same plan as last night. Drop Ethan off on this side. I was driving to the other side, and we're going to kind of glass everything. And before I could leave, Ethan had already spotted some.
Spooked some moo cows, and they looked where they were running, and there was 2 branch poles. They were running straight at them, about 10 moo cows on a stampede towards these branch poles. So the branch poles went over the other side of the hill. I came back, got Jacob, and we dove over the hill. We thought they were coming up the canyon, and we thought they were going to be past us, so we dove down. I got kind of in front of Jacob to the right, up the canyon further, and they came from directly the opposite direction we thought they were coming.
So we set up and, figuring they're coming from over here, and, I was just cow calling and
Sweet talking them.
I looked down at Ethan, and he goes, like he heard something, and I'm like, oh shoot, that's the wrong direction.
Yeah, and then I look up there, and he's like 30 yards from Jacob. There's a bull standing in the brush.
Yeah, before I know it, I'm like seeing antlers come over, and my plan was not to be shooter. I was trying to film and call. But now this bull is on me, and I'm like, all right. So I start unhooking. I set the camera down. I start unhooking my bow. It's just strapped to my back, and he kind of comes over and looks, and he's expecting to see a cow or multiple cows, and there's nothing. And I'm like hunkered down, so he can't see me. And
so
he kind of spooked a little bit, kind of ran back down and around.
Around.
And Ethan had cut just a little bit closer to him, I started moving away, so that he didn't keep looking at that spot, because I don't know that he would have come close enough to Ethan. So I backed up and kept cow calling. That's when he came around the front and then
quartered away from me at about 50 yards. He was looking back at me.
Do you think he could see you?
I don't think so. I think
he
he was looking
for me.
Yeah. And I let one fly, and it was going perfect, but he heard the slap of my string or something, and right before my arrow got there, he turned and straightened out and ran down the hill. And just that little movement of him straightening out, my arrow flew right by him.
Yeah, so it was coming in, and then he straightened out, and it went by.
Yeah.
And then we looked down there, and there's like an orange thing in a tree, and we're like,
the branches of a fir tree down there.
Yeah, that doesn't look right. And
yeah.
Found his arrow, but anyway, after he shot, he kind of busted.
Yeah.
Ran down that hill and then stopped, is what it sounded like.
So we waited there.
Yeah.
And not even 20 seconds later, a different bull comes from the same spot he came from over the hill. And he got close enough to where I could just see his horns, and he never came in further than that. And he disappeared silently.
And you were saying he was quite a bit bigger.
Yeah, he was a bit bigger. He was quite a bit bigger than the one I shot at.
Yeah, but I was just continuing to call, see if either one of them would, you know, if that one he already shot at was dumb enough to come back up and maybe give him a closer frontal or something coming up the trail, or if this other one decided to come in, I mean, maybe the same shot. But it didn't work out. That second one, he knew something was up. He barked at us.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's just because there were so many, I was doing so many cow calls, and he came out and saw nothing.
Yeah.
So he knew.
If we would have been set up opposite of what we did, might have been a different story right now.
Might have been a different story. And then I had about a 30-yard shooting through brush shot, and I wasn't comfortable taking that shot, so I just let him go, and that's when he spooked out of there. But the one, well, both of them, after the one ran down the hill, the one he shot at,
Didn't go very far.
Yeah, I think it didn't go very far, and then just walked out. And
Yeah.
I think the big one also just walked out.
He definitely just walked. He never ran off.
So I mean, they're
still in there.
They're still around. We definitely need to give them a little time, but if we see them again, I wouldn't be afraid to call at them again. So
yeah.
Anyway, we're headed to camp for some breakfast.
Yep.
Oh. Thanks for tagging along. Hopefully, the next time you guys watch a video,
We'll have a bull.
Ethan hits one and it dies. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We're out of here.